Okay, let's double check and make sure everything's working. Okay, let's stop. All right, everything is working and we're ready to go. What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Malin, and welcome back to the Madden 26 Pittsburgh Steelers Rebuild live stream series. We're getting ready to continue this. Probably might be the final rebuild that we do of Madden. Don't really know, what I plan to do after this, but you guys will know soon enough. Now, I know it's been 3 weeks, at least last I checked my channel, the last time that I streamed, and there's a good reason why I've taken this long, almost a full month gap. It's because my work schedule has changed. This week, starting that started on Monday, I started a new schedule at work, so now I am off on weekends, which means I have Friday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday nights free. So now the streaming will basically shift to the weekend, and I'm happy about that. I'm not going to go too much into how happy I am to finally be on a new schedule, but I can tell you guys that I'm excited about it. But I also want to keep picking up the streams that I told y'all that I have been dedicated to trying to finish. So anyway, getting back to the Pittsburgh Steelers rebuild, in last season, in the first year that we had Fernando Mendoza as our quarterback, we made it all the way to the AFC Championship game, but we lost in the last seconds to the LA Chargers. And I'm pretty sure they actually wound up winning the Super Bowl. So we're trying to get back to the AFC Championship game. We've retooled the roster a little bit, but we really didn't do a whole lot to revamp it. But Fernando Mendoza is still our quarterback. He's 84 overall now. We did draft Avery Johnson to be his backup, and Will Howard is still here. Our running back is still going to be Jalen Warren. Caleb Johnson's still here. Nate Frazier is a kid we drafted out of Georgia, so he's now our third running back. We have still Jam Miller from Alabama, who we drafted last year, and Anfrey Clayton is our fifth running back. Our fullback, Kyle Juszczyk, wanted to come back for one more year. He didn't retire, so I decided to bring him back for 1 year to have a solid fullback. Could that have been the reason maybe we had a better year last year than the first year? I don't know, but I think it's worth a shot, at least to get 1 more year out of arguably one of the best fullbacks in football to this day. DK Metcalf is still our wide receiver 1. But we got an upgrade with Jacoby Lane in the draft this past year, and he's gotten better. He is now in the 80s. So I think that was a pretty solid pick for us out of USC. We did sign Parker Washington. We have Cam Coleman, who we drafted out of Auburn, and we still have Jahan Dotson, who was one of our free agent pickups. Roman Wilson is still here. Our tight end, Pat Frymuth, is still here. I did sign Adam Trapman to be a backup, and we also have Andrew Bush, who we drafted out of Tulane. Left tackle Emil Wagner, who we drafted last year, is up to a 75. He did have to play actually quite a bit last year, and I think he really proved himself. So we're going with him as the left tackle fully this season and going behind him because Broderick Jones has regressed. I did pick up the fifth-year option on him, but it's really more so at this point for depth because getting Wagner, I think, solidifies him as our future starting left tackle. And we have Broderick Jones backing him up. Brandon Leary is a guy we drafted out of LSU to be the third left tackle. Left guard, Joel Bitonio. In real life, he actually just retired from the Cleveland Browns. He is now coming to us for what could be his final season. 82 overall, 13 years in the league, staying within the division. Didn't really ask for too much money, and I really feel like he's going to be a stopgap guy to Shane Posey, or if we can find another left guard in free agency. Zach Frazier is still here as our center, one of our best offensive linemen. Jack Driscoll is going to back him up. Mason McCormick is still our right guard at 77. Rick Stromberg is going to back him up. Right tackle, Troy Fatano, he's 79 overall. Matthew Ferguson is going to back him up. And T.J. Watt's still here, still looking good at 93 overall. David Bailey, who we drafted the last year, didn't progress a whole lot, but I got a feeling now because he was actually behind one other player last year. So I feel like that he's going to get more of a chance to be in the rotation, so I feel like he'll have more of a chance to play. And we have Jack Sawyer backing him up, and Demetrius McLeod, we drafted him out of Ohio State this year, so he is going to be the fourth edge rusher. Alex Highsmith, 87, still pretty solid. Darnell Irving is another guy we drafted out of Wake Forest, and we have Grayson Murphy, who we also signed. Defensive tackle Derek Harmon, Kenyu Benton, Logan Lee, Capehart didn't really progress a whole lot in his rookie season, but I think he was also pretty much on the practice squad most of the year anyway. So maybe he'll develop more this year. We have Black, Simmons, and Gonzalez. Sam linebacker Isaiah McDuffie is actually a player we traded for in order to get him. And we really needed a solid Sam linebacker. Sixth-year man out of Boston College, played with the Packers previously, but I think we actually traded for him from maybe Houston, if I recall. And we also have Jamon Dumas-Johnson, who we signed in free agency, but I really wanted to upgrade at Sam linebacker, and I feel like I got it in McDuffie. The thing is, the way that this game is that Sam linebackers are not very highly rated. There's not a whole lot of them that are decently rated, but McDuffie was somebody who was 80 overall that I was able to make a trade for, so that way we have a little bit better of a guy over there. Patrick Queen is still our starting middle linebacker. I was debating on whether I wanted to bring him back or not because I don't know how much more he may start to regress. That's the worry that I have in Patrick Queen. But 82 overall, I don't just want to give up an 82 overall middle linebacker. I just don't want to have to do that while trying to find another one in the draft or free agency. Because sometimes free agency can be slim pickings when it comes to positions. Carson Bruner is going to back him up. Peyton Wilson is going to be our starter this next year. We had a different guy in there last year, but I think he's ready to take the reins. Malga is going to back him up. Cornerback room, pretty good looking with Jalen Ramsey, if you ask me, as the number one guy. Joey Porter's getting a little bit better at 82. We did sign Max Melton in free agency to be the third corner. We really needed for depth there and to get another solid guy. Getting him, I think, was good. Ephesians Prasak didn't really progress a whole lot as a rookie, but he's going to be our fourth corner now, so we'll probably give more playing time. Kent and Marquise Scott are backing the rest of them up. Free safety, Ardarius Washington is still our starting free safety at 81 overall. We have Michael Taffy, who we drafted out of Texas. Castro's still here. Deshaun Elliott's still here. Kyle Duggar is also still here. Kicker is Jason Myers this year, and Rigoberto Sanchez is our punter, the former Colt. Long snapper is still Chris Stoll, the former Seattle Seahawk. So we didn't really do a whole lot of changes, except for really, I think Isaiah McDuffie might be the biggest change that we've done to the defense. Hopefully that's going to solidify the linebacking core a little bit more. It's really looking pretty solid. And who knows, Wilson might be able to get up to being in the 80s this year. So that'll help us out on defense a lot. I feel like we can get back to the AFC Championship game this year. I really feel like we do, and we could. But we got to get through the regular season first. We can't fast forward through everything. We got to see how the season goes and if we're going to get that far. Because we play in a pretty tough division. We got to deal with the Bengals. We got to deal with the Ravens. And the Browns are the Browns. That's all I'm going to say. All right. So we win our first preseason game against the Giants. We're playing the Rams this week. Jalen Ramsey playing against his former team, albeit in the preseason. And we get the win over the Rams, and we're going to play the Lions to wrap up the preseason. And then we'll get to the final roster cuts, and we'll get the roster ready for the regular season. I also want to check injuries because it looked like that we actually had Jalen Ramsey banged up for some reason. So I'm going to take a look at that and see what's going on there. So, yeah, we had no injuries. That's good. And we actually went undefeated in the preseason. I know that doesn't really mean too much, but still. So let me go to Coach Central here because we have some skill points that we can use on Mike Tomlin. So I think I'm going to use some over here, Trench Goblins. That's a funny thing. Some of the names they have for these like skill sets and everything are pretty hilarious. Looking on the right side, it looks like Malik Hooker is on the trading block. He's now on the Saints, no longer on the Cowboys. Nothing really else going on there. I mean, we don't really need another safety, so I'm not really looking to try to acquire him. All right, so now we got to do roster cuts. Got to cut down and cut players. I'd like to keep 3 quarterbacks active if we can. We got to waiver cut 10 guys. Clayton, I'm not even going to put you on the practice squad because you're not even worth it. We have 4 running backs. I'm going to risk putting Jan Miller on the practice squad. Hopefully nobody picks him up, but we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if someone did. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 receivers. I want to come back to that because I don't really want to lose any of our receivers. I'm going to put Leary on the practice squad. I know we drafted him, but right now we just don't have a whole lot of room on this roster right now. Demetrius McLeod, I'm putting him on the practice squad for sure. Grayson Murphy, I think I'm just going to cut you. Defensive tackles, we got a little bit of this. Nick Gonzalez, don't even really know who he is, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of him. Same thing with Simmons. Black, we can cut him without a penalty, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I'd like to keep Capehart active if we can this year. So we only have to actually waive cut 2 more guys. So we might be able to take care of that at the cornerback spot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 corners. I'd like to keep 6 active if we can. You know what, Castro, I'm just going to go ahead and cut you. So now we got 2 safeties. Yeah, we might have to cut a receiver. I don't want to cut Wilson because that's going to be a cap penalty. And I just signed Dotson in Washington, so I don't want to cut either of them. Andrew Bush, I'm going to put you on the practice squad. Okay. So let's go ahead and advance to the regular season and get ready for 2027. We got to choose our draft class now. I feel like at this point it's going to get kind of questionable. I think this is the 2028 file. I mean, to be fair, I don't know how much of this is going to be super accurate, but who knows? Don't really know if some of these players are. Okay, Bryce Underwood, I know he's a real player from Michigan, the quarterback. Yeah, I think that's good enough. I think when we get down 2029 or something like that, that's when basically you're better off just using auto-generated players because you're so far into the future. But anyway, so how about this? We open up the regular season on Sunday Night Football against the arch-rival Ravens. So that is a pretty interesting way to start out the season, needless to say. But like I always do, we're going to simulate to the middle of the season and see where we're at. Hopefully we're off to as strong of a start as we had last year. I'm just hoping we don't take any steps back this year because at this point, this team has shown that it's good enough to compete for a Super Bowl, and I don't want to see regression in year 3. All right. And we're 3-4. Oh. The Browns are 5-2. Well, at least the Ravens are winless. How are the Ravens 0-7? They must have an injury. There's no way. Lamar Jackson must have gotten hurt again or something. There's no way. Anyway, we have a lot of skill points to spin, though, so let's go ahead and start spending them on Mike Tomlin here. $20, 21 points. Spend them there. All right. So we're off to a little bit of a poor start. I mean, that's not super poor, but still, that's starting at 3-4. It's not ideal. Let me take a look at our schedule and see what happened. So we beat the Ravens in week 1. I mean, they're winless, so we had to have beaten them. We lost to the Bengals by 10 points on the road. Then we lost to the Patriots by 24. Ugh. We beat the Rams by 3, lost to the Colts by 4. We barely beat the 49ers, and we just lost to the Chargers by 17 points. So, I mean, it's looking like that the offense is is not very productive so far. I'm hoping that Mendoza is not going to go through a sophomore slump, but it may be. I don't even know. Anyway, well, let's check and see who's we got to negotiate contracts with. There's actually a few guys that are probably worth it. Oh boy. Well, the highest rated guy is Alex Highsmith, and he wants to stay here. So let's see about the neutral deal. Exactly the offer he was hoping for. Okay, good. So we've got him. Frazier, the thing is that he really doesn't want to come back. We'd have to overpay to keep him. And we have $53 million left. Okay, Peyton Wilson I'm debating about, but unless he gets to being in the 80s by the end of the season, I don't really feel like it's necessary to tie him up with a hefty contract. Jalen Warren is a possibility, but I feel like there's a chance that we could get a running back of equal or better value in the draft or maybe in free agency. But it may be a deal where unfortunately I just risk letting Jalen Warren go and then try to get him back. Deshaun Elliott, I feel like we can get an upgraded strong safety. Melton is, somebody we signed for depth. Same thing with Dotson. McCormick is a backup. He can go. Roderick Jones, you can go. Wilson, Duggar, yeah. We are going to have to replace some of these guys because a lot of them are backups. So that does kind of have me thinking a little bit about the future. Bitonio is probably going to likely retire, so I'm not even going to mess with trying to extend him or give him a new contract. So is Juszczyk. I would be surprised if he doesn't retire. Derek Harmon is up for his fifth-year option. 81 overall defensive tackle. Yeah, I think that's definitely worth it. He was pretty productive the last couple of seasons, mostly because we actually had injuries at the defensive tackle. So yeah, when we get a chance to give the fifth-year option, we're definitely going to use it on Harmon. Hopefully, he'll get even up higher into the 80s. He's definitely worth it more than Broderick Jones. He's progressed way better than Jones. So he's definitely worth picking up the fifth-year option on him. So we're going to come back to all of these guys maybe towards the latter part of the season, and we're just going to ride things out for now. But inking Alex Highsmith, I think, was our highest-rated set to be free agent. Yeah, I wasn't going to let him just walk. And we just got through the bye week, and now we're going to play the 5-2 Denver Broncos at home. This is another Sunday Night Football game. Hopefully we don't lay an egg on national TV, but I don't know. And we lose to the Broncos, so now we're starting to slide. Yeah, we're really starting to I feel like we're really starting to slide here. Yeah, it's official. Fernando Mendoza might have hit his sophomore slump. Oh, we've got some injuries too. Bruner, dislocated wrist. Metcalf, 1 to 3 weeks with a broken finger. Darius Washington has dislocated ankle 3 to 5 weeks. That's probably hurting us the most. Dotson is hurt. Ricky Stromberg, our backup right guard, is hurt. So, yeah, we've got some injuries to deal with. Although some of those are week to week, so not too bad. Well, we're playing the Ravens again. They've won 2 games now, so they're no longer struggling. I mean, if we lose, they're gonna lap us in the division. We'll be in the basement if we lose this game. Yeah, I mean, we'll be 1-1 with the Ravens, so we might not be in the basement. Well, we come back and we beat the Ravens. Okay, so we beat the Ravens to finally get back. We're still 1 game below 500. Cleveland and Cincinnati are not impossible to catch, but we definitely got to win this game, I feel like, against the Cleveland Browns. Okay. So let me go ahead and take a look at our schedule because I want to see who do we have left in the division on our schedule because I might have to hop in and play these games at this point. We have the Browns 2 more times. We have the Bengals 1 more time, too. So this game against the Browns on the road in Cleveland, I'm jumping in and playing this game. playing the moments, but I'm still jumping in and playing this game against the Browns. Because this is a critical game, because if we lose to them and go 1-1 against them, we're going to have to beat them later in the season, in my opinion, because at this point, we got to be chasing them for a possible wild card team. So I'm going to play this game. So I'm jumping in. All right, here we go. We are not about to lose to the Browns. I don't care if they're 5-2 or whatever they are. Unfortunately, that route was short. It's 4th down. But Coach Tomlin wants us to go for the field goal. Let's do it. Myers. Money. All right. On board first. If they have Shedeur Sanders at quarterback, they don't. So who is their QB? It's not. It's definitely not Sanders. Oh, well, we get a sack. Let's go. T.J. Watt coming through with the sack. Nice job. All right, we don't do anything on offense. We're back on defense. Yeah, this game, even though we're simming it mostly, it confirms to me that the offense is having problems in year 2. I mean, I know that DK Metcalf is out, so that's got to be... How do we not tackle David Njoku on the first tackle? Who was that who missed him? I'm sorry, guys. I got to go back to the replay on this. Was this T.J. Watt who missed this tackle? T.J. Watt, how do you not wrap up in that situation? Sorry, guys. I just had to go to the replay because it was T.J. Watt. I was like, there's no way that was T.J. Watt who missed that tackle. And it was. Okay, get Judkins down, please. Okay, thank you. Over to. I don't know who this quarterback is, but he's probably been the reason the Browns are at 6-3. And Judkins goes right by everybody for the touchdown. Okay, but we respond with a touchdown of our own. That's nice. Okay, now we got a chance to go 2 minutes here. Mendoza.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Freiermuth, come on, tight end. There you go. Thank you. We got to go in the huddle. Hurry. And we have all 3 timeouts left. All right, Jacoby Lane over the top. I really want to be able to hit this. Well, I would have been able to hit it if I had enough time in the pocket. Nobody was open, though.
Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's
going to be. I wasn't going to risk throwing an interception. Or Nate.
Here he goes, 3rd and long.
Come on. Okay, I just had to throw the ball away there. I wasn't going to take a sack for Myles Garrett. I just didn't want to lose a lot of yards. Well, at least we're up by 3 points.
It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Browns back out on offense.
It's like Judkins is 5th in the NFL in rushing. Vontae Williams, number 2. So we'll probably be well into the 3rd quarter. Yep, here we are on defense. Got to stop these guys again. 2nd and 3.
Looking now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he'll pick up enough to move.
Oh, it's Dante Moore. It's the former Oregon quarterback. Dante Moore is the quarterback for the Browns now. Wow. Well, it looks like he's doing a better job than Shedeur Sanders. So, Cleveland, maybe this time he actually found one. All right, he just threw that away. Felt like he had an open receiver there, but he just threw it away. All right.
Pass play coming here.
Sack him. Nice job. Nice job, defense.
It's the 5th time they've gotten their first sack of this one, Brock.
It looked like based on the schedule, a lot of our games have been low scoring, but Our defense has, like, held teams in check, but our offense seems like this season we can't just get any solid footing. Almost probably got to pick off the ricochet, but regardless, we make a 4th down, so we hold into a field goal. Good job, D. All right. So they tie the game at 10. We're back on defense because our offense still can't do it.
We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. Well,
Tell you what, if at the end of the season we're on the outside looking in when it comes to the playoffs, I'm not going to hesitate to look for, more options. Like, I wanted to try to get another, really, really good receiver to pair with DK Metcalf, but there really wasn't, anybody available for the last couple of off seasons. So I just kind of put that on hold. Cleveland takes the lead. So we're in the 4th quarter. Now we got to tie this thing up.
He'll throw it.
The pass. There we go.
And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning.
This could be the last time that we have the ball, too. Good catch call. I'm actually going to go no huddle. I know that we still have a 2-minute warning here in a few seconds, but I want to get quickly up to the line. Washington, come on. Okay, he picks up the 1st down. 2-minute warning. We got we're down by 7. We got to go on and drive to tie this thing up. We may just have to, worry about playing for overtime. I don't want to have to worry about it because I hate overtime, but it's probably our only option.
And he's brought down at the line.
At this point, we just got to find a way to get in the end zone.
I
don't know how I feel about this throw. Oh, got free. Nice job, Coleman. Get out of bounds. Just get out of bounds. It's fine. Good job by the rookie. DK Metcalf out. Maybe some of the young guys can step up.
Sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for short yardage.
Washington, come on. Take that catch. Touchdown. Let's go. That was big. It's a big drive by Mendoza. Okay, so now we got to play defense and keep them out of field goal range with 1:32 to go. We have all 3 timeouts. They have all 3 timeouts. We get a sack. Wow, that was huge. We have 7 sacks in this game. Unbelievable. Then again, but Cleveland also has 6. So look at that celebration. That's funny. But man, Cleveland has 6 sacks too. I bet you all of them are from Myles Garrett.
They'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Myles Garrett's looking a lot better though in real life nowadays. Rams might legitimately go 16-1 and win a championship. I'm dead serious. And they're doing it all without having to play their 1st-round pick in Ty Simpson. That was certainly a choice. But I know what they're thinking. They're trying to get ready to replace Matthew Stafford, so that way they don't lose the Super Bowl. We don't.
And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Browns fighting.
Sometimes I just want to know why things like this happen. Michael Taffy can't catch him. Jalen Ramsey, I tried to user tackle him. I did it too late. Spun away from him, made him look like a fool. And then he's finally dragged down by Taffy, who catches up to him. So getting that sack on 1st down meant absolutely nothing. Oh, man.
Back to throw.
Man, Jalen Ramsey, why can't you cover? You're a freaking 92 overall corner. Okay, we get another sack, but okay, good job of Highsmith. That's why we paid you all that money. Okay, now we really need to take advantage of getting the sack and make a stop.
Now looking to throw.
Gosh, I had a chance. Oh my. Okay. Okay, they don't have any timeouts left.
Now the Browns spend their final timeout.
But if they get one more first down, it might be. I don't know who their kicker is, but based on the way kickers are in this game, get a sack, please. Thank you. Oh gosh, thank you so much. 9 sacks in this game. Unbelievable. Is that Harmon? Might have been. They're punting? No, we got a call timeout. We got called timeout. I should have called a timeout earlier. I should have called a timeout after the sack, but I was so caught up in getting, in fact, that I got another sack, and we kicked them out of field goal range for that.
He's going to do the honors for the 4th time today.
In fact, I got them. Okay, just let that go.
And that's going to pin them as deep
Only
as
13 seconds with 2 timeouts.
They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Offense to the line.
I got to at least try something. I don't want to go to...
Trying to throw this from the gun. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted.
I knew I was gonna...
That's Justin Simmons. And the defense has come through. They're in the end zone, and that gets them the...
I can't even blame Mendoza for that. That was completely my fault.
Here we go. There's one final shot. Trying to push deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive
Well,
today.
it's a regular season loss, but in the long run, I worry that this will hurt us when it comes to getting a chance at the playoffs. Is Mendoza's second season about to be a bad one? Like one where we actually have to question if we need to get another quarterback. So with that loss, we're third in the division. Both Cleveland and Cincinnati are 3 games ahead of us. And look who we play this week. Mahomes and the Chiefs. This will be fun. Yeah. And of course we lose. Why am I not surprised? And we have a new injury. We have Duggar hurt, Frazier hurt, Jones hurt, Washington's still hurt, David Bailey's now hurt. Yeah, this is, unfortunately, guys, I think it's going to be a season where we have no playoffs, which is very, very upsetting. At this point, we got to basically win out in order to make the playoffs. There's no way. I don't think there's any way we can make the playoffs. Even the Ravens are only 1 game back from us. We could go in the basement in a couple of weeks if we keep losing. So yeah, none of this is fun. Man, last season might have been the best chance for me to get even close to completing this rebuild. So we actually beat the Lions by 2. They were 9-2, but we were able to beat them. I don't know how, but we did. Let me upgrade Mike Tomlin a little bit here because we have, 71 points? That's a lot of points. We don't have enough for that. We have enough for this one, though. And we got enough for this one, too. So let's do that. At least Mike Tomlin's getting upgraded pretty well. Let me check our approval. Our approval is still very good at 90%. I mean, Tomlin has been a very successful coach. He's got a Super Bowl ring. So I'm not worried about, him getting fired and me having to start this thing over again. Okay, the Cardinals are 2-10. If we lose this game, we officially do not deserve to go into the postseason or even be talked about being a postseason team. Straight up. And we beat the Cardinals by 18. It looks like we got some weekly awards. Jalen Ramsey, 6 tackles, 1 forced fumble, and 2 fumble recoveries. So after I was talking crap about him in the Cleveland game, He actually had a pretty good game, so good for him. We are now 6-7. We're 2 games behind Cincinnati. We're 3 games behind Cleveland. Man, the Cleveland Browns with Dante Moore at quarterback, they're going to mess around and win the division. I can't even say mess around. They're earning it. They're going to earn the division title. Okay, we're playing another losing team in the Raiders. I'll jump in and play the next 2 games against the Browns and the Bengals, and unfortunately we lose to the Raiders. So I don't think it really matters what we do, but I do want to play these 2 games back-to-back because I want to get some revenge on the Cleveland Browns. Straight up. I had a chance to at least go to overtime in that last game, and I got greedy. I got cocky. I stupidly just said, you know what? I think I can lead Fernando Mendoza down on his last-second drive and try to get the field. Should have known better than that. So we're going to try to get redemption today. If we don't do anything else, let's do this, especially because we're playing at home. And the Cleveland went right down the field and scored. So maybe our defense is also having struggles of their own. There we go. Good job, Coleman. I'll tell you, in the games that I've played, Coleman has actually been pretty good. So, maybe we found it. Maybe we don't need to look for another veteran wide receiver. Maybe we have enough to be able to compensate for what we already have. Parkinson, there we go. Touchdown, even this up. Good job. But we missed the extra point. We missed the extra points. Jake Myers, one of the better kickers in the league. Are you kidding me? Well, we're definitely getting a new kicker in the offseason. We get another sack on Dante Moore. I say another sack because I'm so used to how many sacks. We had 9 sacks in the first game against Cleveland, and we lost. That's crazy. It's because our offense, when we play decent teams, can't do anything. But when we play the Cardinals, we're better, obviously. But I feel like our defense is having struggles with it. I mean, do I maybe need to make changes at the coordinators? Possibly. I don't know. Maybe offensive coordinator needs to change. I might need to change my offensive coordinator. And that might be what I need to do. Instead of just feeling like it's the quarterback. Alright, we're down by 11 points. I really want to try to go 2 minutes here.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete.
That catch.
Very stout. That's going to bring up second down.
We have Metcalf back, unlike in the first game against Cleveland.
To throw.
That was probably not the best. That was not the best idea.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Devin.
Cleveland might own us.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his 3rd and 10.
Jalen Ramsey, when he plays Cleveland, apparently can't play the ball. Ugh.
They'll throw here on 3rd.
Go! Please get a sack. Thank you. All right. At least we forced... they must have not kicked it. Or they missed it. And our offense is there. We have 1 touchdown and a missed extra point on the board. And it's got another sack. Man. Oh. At this point, our only hope is getting sacks because our secondary, just can't cover today. Ooh, that was a big hit by Clean. Blitz. And they did the sneak, push, weird animation. That animation's so weird now that they have for the quarterback sneak. It's like it is basically the tush push. He dives underneath the lineman.
He'll set up to throw. This one is complete along the sideline.
I know they still want to outlaw it, but it's never going to happen. If Cleveland scores again right here, it might be all shot. Okay, 3rd and inches. Let's go 60 pinch here. If we can at least keep them out of the end zone here, we still might have a shot. But they're going to do QB sneak here. I knew it. And look, they're dive under the lineman in the end zone. They did the tush push on us. 4th and inches. I'm going to run it just because we have time in the 4th quarter. And we can't even pick up inches. And I guess Jalen Warren is hurt because Caleb Johnson got the handoff. So we lose to Cleveland again. We get swept by Cleveland. We only put up 1 touchdown on the entire day. So that's it. There's no way we're making the postseason. I don't even think we're gonna. I didn't even think a few weeks ago we had a chance of making it, but now we definitely have no chance. I'm still gonna play this game against the Bengals. At this point, just for pride, I just want to be able to win a game with my team. I'll actually play the last 3 games because our final game, where the regular season finale, is against Seattle, and it's the last game of the year, so I want to be able to play it. Back-to-back home games against the Ohio teams in the division, so hopefully we can at least get some pride back by beating Cincinnati. I think the first time we lost, so we can at least split the series with these guys. I think we've only won like 1 division game this year, and it was against the Ravens in week 1.
The first carry now, this is Johnson. And he's going to take this ahead.
I got to check something. Is Warren hurt? Broken finger, out for the game. That gives me more incentive to possibly think that, you know what, Warren, you were banged up last year in the playoffs. You're getting banged up again. You're no longer our starting running back. You're going to keep getting injured. We need you to be a starter, dude. And I miss DK Metcalf so bad. Mendoza, what happened to your accuracy, dude?
Now against a 3rd and 6.
Oh, please catch this and go. Thank you, Coleman. Looking like Antonio Brown from back in the day. Thank you.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On play action, they'll throw.
Bootleg, yeah, Fryer moves. Let's go. Finally, I got some decent offensive production.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They go play action here on 1st down.
All right, Mendoza, how's your legs? Not very good.
Back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Henderson's still on the Bengals.
They work now on 2nd
man, with Henderson, how could... Oh, my goodness. We have to put in Avery Johnson because Mendoza got banged up, and he immediately throws a touchdown. All right, Avery Johnson comes in, throws a touchdown to the other rookie, Coleman, and we're actually on the board first. Mendoza's back in the game, though. But still, Avery Johnson comes in and throws probably his first touchdown pass of his career, and it took 1 play. Yeah, Caleb Johnson, you're not that guy, dude. I know you're trying to be, but you're not. But we have to go with you because we're stuck. Okay, it's 3rd and 5.
Just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
I swear, in all of these games, I have thrown some of the worst picks that you can throw in Madden. It's 3rd and 1. Juice Check, can you please pick this up, man? And I can't even blame Mendoza for the interceptions. I'm the one throwing. I'm the one making terrible ones. This juice check is capable of getting the first down. All right, let's go with the screenplay here. I don't know how fast Johnson is. Oh my goodness, that was awful.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Got him. Touchdown Metcalf. Let's go. Finally, we got something with DK. All right, we got the lead back. That's a pretty big play there. Pretty big touchdown answer. Against Joe Burrow, you got to keep up. Get him, there.
To the air again, Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it.
Our Chase with the touchdown. Ties it up. And hold on 1 second. Did they just say Doyle? Oh, no. Okay, so Burrow is playing. I thought for a second they said Doyle, like it was a different quarterback. My fault. Okay, 2 minutes to go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Scored again.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play.
Oh, you've had that, DK.
Second down.
It's second down and 10.
Back to throw.
What
And
the
this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't complete on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what?
Obviously, you got to be ready.
To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Second in the league in passing. Oh, MVP award projection. My fault, Joe.
Now, can this offense muster a late second quarter drive to break our tie? Let's see. They'll have to be pretty efficient with their time here. Watch the clock. And he'll be taken down.
I got a call. My second. If we just get a field goal out of this,
now the Steelers
I'll take it.
Second of their 3 timeouts. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw now on first down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Go. Get out of bounds.
Out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Metcalf, I need you to catch the ball.
It's now third down and less than a yard.
They'll try and run for it.
Finally, we got a decent Taylor back. Oh, even better running. Okay, I got to go quick.
And he will have a Steelers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep.
I just want to get a little bit closer.
Third and inches.
Good catch, Cam. Nice. Okay, I'm going to try one more long pass play here. If we don't get this, it's going to take my 3 points. Double move.
It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to get the football.
I feel like Mendoza just doesn't have the accuracy right now to make those throws. I need to stop. I need to stop forcing.
Stays out there. They're going on fourth down.
Okay, well, at least the defense made a stop. We're doing better against them than we did against Cleveland. I felt like in Cleveland, they just drove the ball at will on us in both games. At least with this one, our defense is making enough to hold them in check. As I say that, we're in the fourth quarter, and they're in the red zone with a chance to take the lead again.
Back now in Pittsburgh. All all square. 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Here's Burrow.
Get the sack. Nice. TJ Watt. Appreciate it, man.
I'm one, right?
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles.
TJ Watt is still balling out at an elite level, so there's no disputing that. There we go. Get him down. Get him down. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you, Taylor.
At the 13-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Burrow looking to pass. That's to Chase. He's got it.
Mar Chase is on this right now. And offense can't do anything. Oh, I'm so tired of not seeing a score in these games. We can't do anything. And Joe Burrow just escaped through the... Yeah, that's nail in the coffin. That is nail in the freaking coffin.
No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on fourth.
DK Metcalf made the catch. Wow.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for us.
3rd and 10.
It's a third down situation.
We need to score pretty quickly here. We're not going to have a whole lot of time. Try to... Nobody open!
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Please catch that. Thank you. Go, Freiermuth, go. You slow tight end, but you got there. Oh, thank you. Okay, so we still have a little bit of a chance here. We need to make a stop right now. I'm blitzing. I'm blitzing. I don't care. I don't care. They're running the football at this point. Blitz. Stop the run plays, please. Okay, it's almost at the 2-minute warning. They're going to let this take down in 2 minutes. No way they're saying. Yeah, okay, take 2 minutes. Okay, at this point, Cincinnati is 100% in run territory right now, so we got to start, like, using our timeouts. They're going to be running the football. There's no way they're going to be passing this. If they do, then you know what? Okay, my gosh, they are passing the football, but we get the sack, call timeout. Okay, now it's like, what, 3rd and 18 or something like that? Yeah, it's like 3rd and 18. Alright, so I'm going to play the pass because I think they're going to try to throw it to ice the game, essentially. So I feel like we got to play the pass here.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left.
Got him again! Fumbled the ball, but he fumbled it out of bounds. Well, at least it stops the clock, but wow. I can't even see the replay of that. And we miss a... Frustrating year 3. Frustrating year 3, y'all.
Struggling. Can they get the score they need to get back in this football game? They'll try and start this drive in the air. Catch is made by Metcalf. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll get them with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Johnson jostles free. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Steelers first down. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. Now 2nd and 4. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That was a bad read by me. I thought I could maybe get it in there quicker to Metcalf so he wouldn't do the double move and he wouldn't risk throwing the pick, but I messed up on that one.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds.
Metcalf, 162 receiving yards, 1 TD. Not a bad game for him. Probably his best game all season.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
Over the middle. All right. Kobe Lane, TD. We got the 2-point conversion. Well, at this point, we got to go with the hands team.
Time definitely of the essence now. Just under a minute to play.
This ain't
Here
going
we
to take
go.
points.
Oh, I think they got it.
Oh, my goodness. We recovered the onside kick.
Steelers have it. So
I've never seen that happen.
They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Run the no huddle. Come on. Go.
One timeout remaining.
We have 1 timeout left.
27-yard line.
Back to throw.
Dropped.
Touchdown incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Oh my gosh, I nearly did it again.
That should have been intercepted.
I think that might have been a lineman or a linebacker that was in coverage. So if that was a linebacker, I would have been screwed.
Back to throw.
What about?
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam
Okay, it's 4th down, but we're obviously in 4-down territory, so I'm okay with
No
that.
choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. They'll look to throw. Now a run here.
Go out of bounds, Mendoza.
Keep it.
13 seconds. 13 seconds.
And avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed down him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Go! Dive! Touchdown! The backup tight end, Troutman. Oh my goodness, Mendoza! Wow! But we recovered the onside kick. That's all that mattered. And what a celebration. He just stands menacingly. Oh my goodness, Adam Troutman, the most unsung hero in the history of the Pittsburgh Steelers with the game go-ahead touchdown. And we get the extra point. Wow, and we're up by 1. We're going to upset the Bengals if we knock this ball down.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you?
It's over.
Because you're either thinking,
Okay, yeah, no, there's 1 second left, but it doesn't matter. Why are you showing McPherson? You can't kick it from that distance, Cincinnati. Wow, even for a regular season game, this might be one of the best games in most recent rebuilds that I've done. This is unbelievable, mostly because I've never, ever been able to recover an onside kick. Doesn't matter, it's over. So we come back to beat the Bengals by 1 point. We recover an onside kick. We drive down the field. Mendoza throws a last-second touchdown pass to our backup tight end, Adam Troutman, of all people. And we get the win over the Bengals. I know that this probably doesn't really help us at all when it comes to the playoffs in the future. But if anything, it finally proves that we can play well against a good team. Then again, when I'm at the controls, you can also say that too. But wow. What a finish. That's got to be game of the week. Let me see if it's on the weekly recap.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Hi, everyone. Scott Hansen here, and this is your weekly recap for Week 17. Some big games to get to. We'll start in Steel City. The Steelers at home to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's the tight end, Pat Freiermuth. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this.
Well, that was a big play, but, you know, I thought maybe they showed the last second touchdown, but I don't blame it. Because this is kind of randomly generated, but wow, that had to have been game of the week.
From there, why don't we go out to the space city of Houston? Looking in on the Texans,
I do like this weekly recap thing that they added to Madden this year. I hope they keep it in Madden 27, just because, I mean, it gives you just a little bit of NFL 2K5 vibes.
He's gone.
So
the Texans win their third straight game.
You know, it's okay. I don't know how much they can expand on it, though. I remember when Jim Nance and Phil Simms used to, like, be full-on in the booth. I'd like to see that come back, but the fact they have 3 announcing teams means more work to do, so I know EA, they're not going to be doing too much of that. But we'll see what the new features look like. Don't worry, when it comes out, along with EA Sports College Football 27, there'll be plenty of gameplay. Believe me.
We'll see you again next week, right here.
So as far as us winning that game, it didn't really help us too much. It does put us now 1 game behind Cincinnati, but Cleveland has clinched the division. Have they clinched the division or playoffs? Okay, no. Okay, but Cleveland has clinched the division at 12-4 already with still 1 week to go. We can't do anything against Seattle to try to make the playoffs, but maybe at the very least we can win this game and finish with 8 wins. I know that's definitely not what we were expecting. I certainly did not expect us to be out of the playoffs this year because I thought we were good enough to get back to the AFC Championship game, but I feel like the injuries that we've had and just the terrible performance of the offense. So Jalen Warren is broken finger still week to week. Sorry, right tackle is also hurt, so that's not good. I'm going to look at some stats here. I got to take a look at some stats to see what's really going on. As far as, like, for the whole league, I mean, Mendoza is not, like, well, he's kind of low. Yeah, he's kind of middle of the pack. Our running game with Warren, he's not even going to get close to getting to, like, 1,000 yards. I think Warren is just an average running back. He's never going to be a 90s guy. The Bengals also have Jeremiah Smith. Wow, and he's leading the league in receiving. Who's our leading receiver? Is he even? Yeah. And honestly, I think also defensively, we're just... Yeah, team stats... Okay, so overall on offense, we have the worst offense in football. We only have 8 rushing touchdowns for the whole season. Passing touchdowns are 27. That's not too bad, but look at the total yardage. We have the worst offense in football. The offensive coordinator is getting fired. We're straight up. This is the first rebuild that I've done that I've had the worst offense in the NFL during a season. What about on defense? Overall, what are we on defense? We're not that bad on defense. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have the 14th ranked defense, and we have the worst offense. That fully explains why the drives keep bogging down and our defense has to be on the field for so long. Well, I'll tell you, based on looking at the stats, even though the season is not completely done yet, that's got me thinking that I need to change this offense. Number one, it's going to start with the offensive coordinator. Who even is our offensive coordinator? Cullen Goodwin Schoen. First chance to get to fire you, dude. you and your man bun are out of here. Seriously. We have the worst offense in football this year. We can't score consistently. So it's not on Mendoza. I'm not going to put all the blame on him then. I'm not putting it on the quarterback. I'm putting it on the offensive coordinator. But I do feel like that even just beyond Mendoza, there's other things we got to do to upgrade this offense. I don't think anybody is really expendable except for maybe DK Metcalf as far as skill positions. If we can make a trade for a big-time veteran QB, make a blockbuster deal, maybe this is the year that we do it. When you have the worst-rated offense in the NFL, what do you try to do to turn it around? You got to start at the quarterback. Well, if we finish the season 8-9, we'll have a decent pick, but maybe not. But we won't be in prime like top 5 quarterback range. Maybe, who knows? I don't know what the quarterbacks are looking like for this draft this year. We're going to do that at the end of the season. Well, it's the final game of the regular season, and we're going to go up to Seattle and play. Hopefully, we can get a win against the Seahawks to wrap up the season. And then we got to do some serious work in the offseason. We also, as of right now, I believe only have $53 million to work with in free agency overall, not including signing our guys. So we've got work to do. Well, the Seahawks still have Sam Darnold.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
But they are 5-11.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
So we're a little bit better.
Maybe just a slight detour.
Not a lot
It's
better.
been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
Here's Darnold.
There we go. Nice tackle.
That's Horton. Maybe a gain of just a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Here's Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Seahawks 1st down.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he is not going to get through here.
All right.
Try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Walker is not going to get it here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Darnold down to throw.
Man, they had a chance at a sack. Instead, Sam Darnold throws a back across the body throw. This is a touchdown. First,
Time to get back into the action.
a chance here.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Inside the 20.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That was probably not a good idea to lead Metcalf into a crowd like that.
Now a 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw.
There you go, DK.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf.
The Warrens, we got to go with Caleb Johnson.
Johnson.
Decent run, but we're down to the 1.
But not in, and so we marked down at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll look to throw.
Fire move with the touchdown. Got this thing tied up.
Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. Again, Darnold.
Almost got there, but forced to 4th down. So that was good. All right. 1:30 to go. First half.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is
Almost.
incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
He'll drop to throw.
Oh, way to break away from that one. Let's go.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
The lane.
Hits him in stride. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 1st down now, but that clock.
So we have all 3 timeouts. I might start spinning down this play.
Back to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Timeout.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Back to throw now on 1st down. A short one there to Fryermuth. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage.
Fryermuth. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Go, get out of bounds. Here we go.
Into the hands of Metcalf. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14
got 2
before he's
timeouts.
out of bounds. They go play action.
Throw it. Just get rid of the ball. Okay, good. Just wanted to avoid the sack.
Incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one with 2nd down.
Almost completed it.
Now back to
Let's do it, Mendoza. Touchdown, Jacoby Lane. Beautiful.
touchdown.
But we missed the extra point. What's with missing extra points? Jake Myers, come on, man.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this pass
Johnson. Careful. All right, you know what? Let's go with some.
on 3rd down,
Here
Johnson.
we go. Finally, we got a decent run.
Pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Johnson's getting banged up.
51 yards.
3rd and 1.
Big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this 3rd down stop in the 3rd quarter?
Here we go, Juice.
And he will have a Steelers
In what
first
very well may be his last NFL game.
Second and 2. They'll find Metcalf.
DK fighting through defenders, almost got in the end zone.
Down at the 1.
We got the rookie Frazier in here out of Georgia. Maybe he'll give us a little bit of a spark. At this point, last game, everybody can play if they want to. Touchdown to the rookie Frazier. That's probably his first touchdown of the season, if I'd have to guess. You only have, I think, 8 rushing touchdowns on the season? So, well, the Seahawks are creeping back into this thing. They got the ball with 2.5 minutes to go, just over 2.5.
Now Darnold.
We get a sack, another clutch sack for TJ Watt.
Multiple players getting home.
And it's a 2-minute warning.
8-yard loss.
Seattle's down by 5. They need a touchdown to make a stop on defense. Be able to come away with victory in this.
Speed like that off the edge, Charles. I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should be called for holding
All right,
that one.
good tackle.
Maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense.
Almost got another sack where we forced the bad throw, so that's good. It's 4th and 11. But they're in 4-down territory at this point, so yes, they're absolutely going for it.
Will we see a flag? No. They'll say there was a receiver nearby. Pretty generous call, but either way, it's 4th down.
Of course they
It's
can't.
Horton. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Darnold got his man complete over the middle. That's Walker. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Darnold. Right side, he finds his receiver, Horton. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Darnold. He completes this to Walker.
All right, lost yardage on that play, so now they only have one timeout to go.
As it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Darnold to throw. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker.
Third down, but it's 4-down territory. So it doesn't really matter if they don't hit anything. Oh, we get another sack. Let's go. Way to go, Harmon. That's a good play. And this is it. This is the game. Need one more stop. And we tip it. Joey Porter with the great deflection, and we'll win. So the defense, as they've had to do all season, has to pick up the offense, score a measly not a measly 19 points. 19 points actually for us this season, I think, considering what we've been through, is actually not bad. But we win our final game of the season to finish the season 8-9. Definitely not where we want to be at all. We got a lot of work to do in the offseason for sure, but we'll get to it. But finishing the season with those last two wins, especially the end of the Cincinnati game, hopefully will give our fans something to be happy about for next season. But any way you sliced it, we have the worst offense as far as rated offense in the NFL. Like, I'm going to stats. Look at that. It says it right there. Offensive yards, 32nd. Defensive yards, 13th. But overall, we're basically 14th in the league in defense. This is not a playoff team. This is not a Super Bowl team. This is far from it. And we need to still rebuild. We still need to do some rebuilding. Not enough points for that. There we go. Okay. So here's what the playoffs look like for year 3. We got the Jaguars and the Texans, the Browns against the Chargers, and then the Bills against the Chiefs. And the Broncos have the number 1 seed. The number 1 seed in the NFC is the Lions. We got the Giants and the Cowboys, Panthers and the Eagles, and the Rams and the Packers. So that's the playoffs in year 3. Fortunately, we got a contract extension from Mike Tomlin, which is nice. And let's just simulate through the rest of the playoffs and see who wins it all. When we get to staff week, we're going to make changes to our coaching staff. I think I'll keep our defensive coordinator, but our offensive coordinator has to go. He's got to go. We'll also check out the Pro Bowlers. See if we had anybody going to the Pro Bowl this year. Let's see. Kyle Juszczyk is going in what could be his last NFL season. TJ Watt is going to the Pro Bowl. So is Alex Highsmith. So our ends. Oh, shoot, look at that. Even Isaiah McDuffie, who we traded for, he's going to the Pro Bowl. So's Peyton Wilson. Okay, and he's actually in the 80s. Maybe it's worth keeping him. Also, look at that. Jalen Ramsey's going. So's Deshaun Elliott. Ooh. So's our long snapper of everybody, Stoll. So we actually had a pretty good amount of Steelers in the Pro Bowl this year. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, playoff bracket. Who's going to the Super Bowl? It's going to be the Chargers and the Packers in the Super Bowl. So the Chargers have made it to the Super Bowl for the second year in a row after they, of course, beat us last year. But this year, we'll see who wins it. Let's check out the yearly awards first. Don't know if any of our guys were even in any contention. Coach of the Year, yeah, Mike Tomlin wasn't even close to being in that. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. TJ Watt actually finished second. Did somebody else? No, it's just T.J. Watt. Oh, Highsmith. He finished 4th, too, for Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Cam Coleman finished 7th. I'll tell you, he had some moments this past season when I was playing with him. Best QB, Mendoza, not even top 10. No running back in the top 10. That's another thing. I feel like we need to get a better running back. We got to get an elite back. Best offensive lineman, McCormick actually came in 10th in that. Best defensive lineman, T.J. Watt finished 2nd. Highsmith came in 4th. Best linebacker, Peyton Wilson finished 6th. Best DB, Deshaun Elliott. He won the best DB award in the AFC. All right, I'll be. Jalen Ramsey finished 4th. Best kicker, Myers finished 2nd. And, yeah, so we had a couple of guys that were kind of creeping on, possibly winning awards, but finished, just a little bit short. So we're not in staff week yet. Off-season staff week. Oh, wait, we are. Coach Central, Coach Carousel. So did we okay, I think we're still good. By the way, the Packers win the Super Bowl. The MVP is Jordan Love. So can we not make coaching decisions right now? Coach Central, firing and hiring. Maybe this next week. Okay, let's check out the retirements first. Okay. So Darren Waller retired. I guess we signed him late in the season without me knowing. And so did Joel. But Juszczyk didn't retire? That's surprising. Well, maybe we can try to get him back for one more year again. I don't know. Okay. So now we go to staff week. All right, this is where we make moves. All right. Can I not, make decisions about, coaches? Can I not fire guys? Is available this week? Okay, it says it's available. So, why can't I do it? Manage team. GM's office. Okay, so I don't know why I'm not able to fire anybody. Purchase upgrades. Okay, it says it's available this week. Oh, okay. I saw it. All right. Let's get a new offensive coordinator. Okay, let's see who's out there. Let's see. I wonder if there's a head coach that got let go that we could possibly look at. Okay, so there's not really a whole lot. Okay. This guy's a level 11. Tim Stevens. We're going to hire him. We got a new offensive coordinator, Tim Stevens. So, change it, offensive coordinator. We're going to try that out. Maybe it'll help. So we're going to do that. Okay, as far as negotiating, this is the last chance I have to negotiate with any players. The first thing I think I actually might want to do is adjust the salaries of who we can adjust. So that way we're going to restructure Mendoza. We're going to restructure anybody we possibly can. I don't know about Avery Johnson, though. It looks like we can't change anything about his contract. We have $13.4 million if we restructure DK, so that's big. We have a little bit if we restructure Lane. Frymuth has 1 year left on his contract, too, so he'll be in his last year this next year. Kind of a worry there. Wagner can be restructured. Let's restructure Bailey. Highsmith. Yeah, he can be restructured. We just gave him a new contract, but he can be restructured. Probably could have restructured him earlier anyway. What about McDuffie? Oh, yeah. We have $650K. Had a pretty good season last year for us, so I think that trade was worth it. Queen, he can definitely be restructured. Now Porter. Jalen Ramsey is also going into the last year of his current contract. I don't know. He is starting to regress. He might be reaching the downside at 33. I think that's about all we can restructure, so. I think we already restructured TJ Watt. So we got some more space. We got $102 million now. So now, gotta think about who I want to keep. I mean, look, I know Deshaun Elliott made the Pro Bowl, but 77 overall strong safety, to me, that's. I don't think that's worth investing a ton in. I don't think it is. Juszczyk actually is, getting lower. He's at a 78. I don't know if I want to pay that much to a fullback. I'm going to let him go in free agency and see maybe if we can get him back. Okay, Frazier is an 87 overall. I'd like to keep him. I think free agency will better for me in the long run. Okay, well, maybe we can franchise tag him. 1 year. So now we're down to $85 million. That's not crazy. But, yeah, and will also means we're going to have to overpay to keep Derek Harmon. Wilson is a little bit more interested in coming back. Let's do a 3-year deal. Excited to sign. Great, we keep him. Down to $78 million now. Warren, we're letting you go. Elton, you're not coming back. Derek Harmon is tempting to try to keep. Oh, accept the 5th-year option. Yeah, hell yeah, we'll accept the option on him. I forgot we can take a 5th-year option on him. All right, great. So we didn't really spend a lot. We've already structured a bunch of contracts anyway before we even did the last-minute signing. So yeah, everybody else is headed to free agency. As far as a running back is concerned, don't know what is all going to be out here. Jalen Warren is actually the top running back available on the market that we just let go. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of signing a stopgap guy like David Montgomery, who's actually interested in coming here, mainly so that way we have a guy to kind of just fill in as a plug-in starter, but I think we still need to look at the draft seriously for a running back. Juszczyk actually doesn't really want to come back like super much, so we're not going to overpay for that. Jack Westover looks like an okay option, so we're going to go and give a one-year deal to him to be our new fullback to replace Juszczyk. We have $72 million still left, so that's pretty good. What about receivers? Are there any really good receivers left? No, the top guy is Adonai Mitchell, who's an 81 overall, and he really doesn't want to come here. So Chris Godwin is starting to get older, 79 overall. Yeah, there's really no upgrades at receiver. Tight end, not really looking like it. Let's check out our offensive lineman again. I want to see what we're looking like there. Caleb Johnson actually is an 83 overall, so it's not too bad. Nate Frazier looks like he's actually progressing okay. Maybe I don't really need to sign Montgomery. But Johnson, I'm only going to keep him for like this next season, and that's it. I think I still want to go after Montgomery just to get a nice veteran in here with some experience. Receivers, look at that. Jacoby Lane is better than DK Metcalf right now. Wow. I don't want to look at trading Metcalf just yet. But shout out to Jacoby Lane for developing insanely. For his insane development in 2 years and only 2 seasons of having him. I'm okay with the way our backup tight end situation is. Emil Wagner, actually, 77. We need a left guard overall. We don't even have one. And we need a new right guard, too. So, yeah, let's look at offensive linemen. So, maybe offensive line still is worth taking a look at. Rasheed Walker is available. The top free agent is Xavier McKinney. I mean, he would be like a massive upgrade over. It's Darius Washington who we already have, right? Let me check our safeties again. Okay, we don't even have a strong safety. So actually, okay, Amir Washington, yeah. But man, that'd be so much money to pump into one guy, and I just don't want to waste it. So realistically, he wants 4 years. Oh goodness! Well, it takes down to 50. We're nowhere near like the top of his list if we just do the main deal that he wants. So that's not going to work. We're not going to do that. Okay, so let's go to offensive line again. Rasheed Walker, 82 overall left tackle. That would be a huge help, but it'd just be another deal where like we'd have to overpay for him. Suamala, we don't even have. All right, let's try to get Walker. I don't even know if this is going to put us in the ballpark. Oh, actually, it does. Okay. All right, then. Well, maybe nobody's going to be asking for him too much. All right, let's see, though, about left guard. We need a left guard overall. We don't even have one. Right guard, yes, we need an upgrade. I saw a guy that was like 77 overall. We might not, break the bank on it, but it might not be a bad idea. Kingsley. I mean, we need to upgrade this offense. That puts us in front of the Bills, so the top guy at right guard is Jordan Morgan. But Matt Goncalves wants to come here, and he's not too much worse. So you know what? I'm actually going to try to get him instead. And that's the last negotiation that we can do. So I think we're just going to go with those 5 for the first wave of free agency. So here's the targeted guys we have. We have Rasheed Walker, Kinsley Suamataia, David Montgomery, Matt Goncalves, and Jack Westover. Those are our targets for the first wave of free agency. Hopefully we land all 5 of them. We need to upgrade this offense. Those are all offensive players. All right. Let's see if we got everybody. Looks like McKinney went to the Rams. We're still targeting Walker. Kingsley got a better offer from the Bills. We did get David Montgomery. We got Goncalves, and we've got Westover. All right, well, we're still showing actually okay. So you know what? I'm going to up this offer a little bit for Kingsley. I'm up in the offer. I want him. I want a good left guard. We need to upgrade this offensive line. Maybe that's why. Mendoza can't get the ball off, so we need better linemen. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so we can still do some negotiations. I think our right tackle is okay. I think the right tackle is all right. Yeah, Troy, he's an 80 overall. I know he was banged up a little bit this past season, but he's he's better than, he's one of our best offensive linemen we have right now. Man, Highsmith is a 90. We got 2 90 defensive ends now. Crazy. Yeah, and Harmon is now our best defensive tackle. Benton is the next best guy behind him. As far as what we need, well, Jalen Ramsey's still a 90. We could use another corner. We need a strong safety. That's what we really need. We need a strong safety. Well, the best one was off the board already in McKinney. Now, Deshaun Elliott, let's try to get him back. We're his only offer, so we should be able to land him back. So now let's go ahead and get it. Oh, Brandon Aubrey, yeah. Come on down, Brandon. Come on down, Aubrey. We need a kicker. And we need a punter. So let's bring back... let's just go get Ethan Evans. Give him a 2-year deal. Be our new punter. We have $17.4 million left. So at this point, I kind of feel like that I just really want to focus on getting some depth. Marlon Humphrey would be a big help at corner. Can we afford him, though? 1-year deal, that's all he wants. Bring us down to $1 million. We are his top offer, but I think that's just too much to be spending on a corner that's going to be like a third fiddle corner, basically. I don't want to overpay for somebody like that. What about maybe some other depth at other positions? Like, what else do we need depth at? Maybe offensive line, defensive line, something like that. Running back room is good. Maybe I really shouldn't have signed David Montgomery. We got some younger backs. That might have been a bad idea. I really don't think we need to spend... I mean, our receiving room could be better for sure, but it's getting better every year, so I don't know if I want to, put a lot on the drain for that. Hopefully we'll get Walker. We'll land him. We need a backup center. We need a backup left guard as well. Yeah, we're going to need some backups at multiple positions. All right, so let's see if there's any Sam linebackers out here that we can get to be a backup. Barnes is already gone. Get Jacob Phillips. Let's do a team-friendly deal 1 year. Trying to just fill gaps at this point. Phillips, yeah, okay. Will. Okay, I was about to say there's no Will linebackers. So the top guy was bombed, but of course he already got snatched up. Matt Milano wouldn't be that bad of an idea. Damone Clark, former Cowboy. We're just looking for a backup, so let's get him. Bills are actually in the running for him. So, yeah. Anyway. Okay, strong safeties. We got an offer for Elliott. We need a backup. Go with Isaiah Simmons, maybe. Team-friendly deal for 1 year. Does that even do anything? Yeah, it did. Okay, so we also need a backup left guard as well. We're still number 1 in the running for Kingsley. We can only do 2 more negotiations right now. Let's go with Alex. Team-friendly deal, 1 year. Veteran minimum contract. We need a backup center. That's also what we need. Cooper Beebe going to the Texans. All right. Matt Hennessy, currently a Dallas Cowboy. Let's get him as our backup center. So that's it for the negotiations that we can do. So second wave of free agency, these are our targets. We're doing 10 total. Got Brandon Aubrey, Ethan Evans, Rasheed Walker, Kingsley Suamataia. We're still in negotiations for him. And Deshaun Elliott, we're trying to bring him back. Damone Clark, Isaiah Simmons, Alex Palswiski, and Jacob Phillips, and also Matt Hennessy. We still have $4.25 million left, but yeah. And I didn't want to overspend for Marlon Humphrey. That was just not going to work. That was going to be too much. So we did get Kingsley, and we got Walker. So our offensive line got some upgrades for sure. We did get Simmons and Clark and also Alex and Jacob Phillips. So we're still in negotiations with Hennessy. So let me see what other positions we need to look at upgrading for depth purposes. David Montgomery, I know he wore, I know he wore number 32 like most of his career. I want to see if 30, no, I think Taffy wears 32. Yeah, he does. So maybe Taffy can actually wear 16 now because Mendoza's wearing 15. Maybe he can wear 16. Yep. Cool. All right, Taffy will give him his college number so that way Montgomery can wear 32 like he used to do. Because he can't wear 5 because that's taken up by Jalen Ramsey. So we have 380s running backs. But the top guy actually is our backup last season. Maybe signing Montgomery was not the best idea I could have done, but it gives us a little bit more depth and more of a veteran player. So it helps a little bit. I'll give it that. Rasheed Walker. Okay, so he wears 63 for the Packers, and he's still wearing 63. I know that Wagner is a guy that I said would be our guy, but you know what? I think we need to just upgrade the left tackle spot. I think Walker is a big help for that. Let's see. Kingsley, Suamataia. He's number 76. Troy's wearing that number. Give him 75. Hennessy we're still negotiating with, so hopefully we'll be able to get him. He wears 71. You can say 71. Phillips, you can stay wearing whatever you got on. Damone Clark, I know you used to wear 18. I don't think 18 is available, though, but let's see. You can stay wearing 40, I guess. And Chris Sock has gotten a little bit better, too. I mean, I know he's only a 73, but I think it's just, we can't overspend. I just don't want to be overspending for players. Let's see. Isaiah Simmons. What numbers he wear? He's worn a bunch of different numbers. Looks like he's wearing 28 for the Packers, I guess, right now. But I don't think 28 is available. I can check. It is available. All right. Got a good kicker now. Let's see, Ethan Evans. He wears 42. Yeah, forgot he had the weird number. Let's see if we can give him 42. No, we can't do it, so let's go ahead and just keep him at 14. That's okay. Then we only got Stoll for one more year, so got to think about that for long snapper reasons. Mendoza is up to an 88 now. So if he has a bounce back season, maybe with the new offensive coordinator, maybe next year he'll get up to the 90s. But we'll see. We'll see. Who knows? So yeah, I think as far as like number adjustments and everything, I think that's about the best that we can do. What was Cam Coleman's number again? Maybe I can give him his college number now. He wears number 8. Well, that's being worn by Lane, so yeah, he's going to have to stay at 84. Jacoby Lane here was first, so he gets seniority over him, unfortunately. But I am impressed with Lane's development. 86 overall, a couple years in the league. DK might be a trade target. I don't know. Do we maybe try to even do that this offseason? I just don't want to trade an 84, receiver. I just don't want to do it. I just feel like that wouldn't be the best option. So yeah, I think we'll just kind of let that ride a little bit. So yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and advance, go to the draft, and get ready for that. Drafts. Let's go to mock draft 5. Okay, so we have the 13th overall pick, and they have us projected to take Sean Gay of Oklahoma. We could use another corner, and there's a lot of corners, and there's a few corners that are projected to go around the same time. I mean, Cliff Rutledge slips. I'm in no way related to that guy, nor is he related to me. That might be worth it, just for depth, but yeah. Or maybe even Rashawn Guyton. Rashawn Guyton out of Houston. If Gay is not available, maybe Rashawn Guyton might be the pick. But yeah, we could use another corner. So.
Welcome.
I think, Sean Gay might be the guy. Is he even at the top of the board? Yeah, he is. So I'm going to take him. Sean Gay, Oklahoma, first-round pick. B. Well, not exactly hitting a home run on our first-round pick. And we don't pick until the 3rd round, so because of the trade we did last year with Isaiah McDuffie. All right, so there's some quarterbacks who are available, but I feel like we really don't need that. Free safety right here might not be the best, might not be the worst option. Tavon Best out of Illinois State. Let's go with him. D-. Oh, wow. Fluff that one up. Well, we need some. Well, we could use some defensive tackle help. Maybe a strong safety. Kevin Ebert, Middle Tennessee State. We need some depth there. Let's go with him. All right, that's an average pick, so that's looking a little better. That might be a diamond in the rough. How much of a diamond in the rough, I don't know. We'll see. All right. And we could use some more depth on the offensive line. J.J. McKinley. Let's get a center. It's a bad pick. D. Oof. 6th-round pick. This probably might be this. No, not probably. I think this so far is our worst draft of the rebuild. Well, Alan McGill. We need to upgrade the offense, so let's take him out of East Carolina. All right, it's an average pick, so that's not too bad. The only good pick we've had is our 1st-round pick, and even that pick was just a B. So it's not looking too great. Well, I think a defensive tackle wouldn't hurt. Trey Alfaro. Average pick? I'll take it. Maybe this is just an average draft. Not a lot of big names. I don't know. So our 1st-round pick is a 75 overall starting out. Sean Gay, the corner from Oklahoma. Tavon Best, 63 overall for our 2nd-round pick as a free safety. I mean, Ardarius Washington is our starting free safety, and we have Michael Taffy in front of him. Our strong safety, Kevin Ebert, 67. 64, J.J. McKinley. Alan McGill, 76. 67, wide receiver. Trey Alfaro, defensive tackle, 67. So very, very average to below average draft, if you ask me. Straight up. So yeah, for sure. And I'm pretty sure that none of these guys are real. Maybe Sean Gay. Let me see if he's real. Yeah, he's not a real player. But he's not bad. He's our 3rd best corner right now. He's better than Prissock. So maybe he'll be. Maybe we found a little bit of something in him. Tavon Best. Ebert is a 67. Our only skill position we drafted was Alan McGill, who's a 67. He's our 2nd worst wide receiver right now. But he provides depth, if anything. And we took what? A defensive tackle, Alfaro. Yeah, he's behind Capehart. Maybe Capehart will take the next step this year. Quite frankly, none of our draft picks, I think, are really going to be impactful players in year 3. Maybe Sean Gay, but that's only if he gets in the 80s by, like, the middle of the season, which I doubt it. So, overall, this draft is probably our worst, which is not the best thing for me to be saying when we missed out on the playoffs last year after almost making the Super Bowl the previous year, and we're still in the middle of a rebuild. I mean, we're 84 overall right now. We got an 85 offense. We got an 84 defense. If Fernando Mendoza, okay, we've also changed the offensive coordinator. In the next stream, if Mendoza doesn't play any better, number one, I think at the end of next season we might have to look at trading DK Metcalf just to get something out of him before his value goes all the way down the toilet. Because at this point, I feel like Jacoby Lane is our wide receiver 1. He's rated higher than DK Metcalf, so he's got to be the guy. I think it's a deal where we need to hitch our wagon up to him and see how far he can take us. So I think it's going to be Jacoby Lane as our main guy. I mean, we could try to make a blockbuster trade right now, but I don't want to just give up Metcalf, give up on him, yet. When he gets to maybe the last year of his contract or something like that, maybe we can look at it. but I just don't want to trade him right now. I want to see what he can do this season and see if he's, worth keeping around. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be hopefully more consistent with these episodes to hopefully finally finish this Steelers rebuild one day. I don't know when it's going to happen. Hopefully it happens in the next couple of streams, because when we get to year 5, my patience kind of wears thin and it gets harder for me to be encouraged to keep rebuilding the same team over and over again. But more importantly, with the new work schedule, you guys are going to see me streaming more like a normal YouTuber, I feel like, when normal people are off, when they don't have work. So that's what I'm the most excited about. I could talk about this more on camera, about how grateful I am that I'm finally, after 5 years of working where I currently work, getting weekends off, but it means a lot to me. I'm glad that it's finally happening. You guys have no idea. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up this live stream. I don't know if I'm going to live stream tomorrow night. I might do another one late. If I don't do one tomorrow, I might do Sunday. Just because tomorrow night I got plans, so I don't know if I'll have time to stream. But if I do have some time to stream late, I might stream another one of these episodes, maybe try to kind of make up some time and kind of crank these out and try to finish the Steelers rebuild if I can. Hopefully, if I just get this team to a Super Bowl and we lose it, I'm going to go ahead and end the rebuild there. That's my plan for right now. But hopefully in the next episode we can get this team to be contenders again. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.